In the U.S., 87% of young people say they search for mental health information by going online, and that's all according to the Jed Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that aims to protect emotional health and prevent suicide for teens and young adults.
Well, now a new YouTube series called Mind Matters is aiming to engage teens in conversations about things like anxiety and depression, with some of their favorite content creators opening up about their own experiences. Take a listen.
Eventually, I ended up with, depression, anxiety, and I had these coping mechanisms that weren't healthy. And I was just like, I want to go to therapy. I feel sad, I'm angry. I know I'm not in a healthy state. Like, please help me. And it just got constantly brushed aside.
How cool is this? Here with us now, content creator Ashley Yee and Katie Hurley, who is the Senior Director of Clinical Advising at Jed. Ladies, thank you so much for joining to talk about such an important topic. Ashley, let me start with you. What prompted you to go public with your vulnerability about your struggles and your mental health on such a public forum?
Yeah, so growing up in an Asian household, talking about your feelings, it just wasn't a thing. So I grew up a really angry and resentful kid, and that led to depression, anxiety, and anger. I wanted to talk to Jed because I wanted young people to know that the best way to deal with your anger is to talk about it. And by talking about it, it leaves you room to grow.
Yeah. Not to stuff it down.
Yeah, and I imagine a lot of people from a lot of different cultures can really, sort of empathize with that. Katie, it's interesting because we hear so much about how social media is bad for teens. How does this sort of flip that on its head?
Well, one thing we talk a lot about at Jed is that we really need to reframe the narrative from it's bad or good to let's come from a place of curiosity and understanding of why teens and young people are going to social media. We have a whole mental health resource center that's specifically for young people to go and learn about mental health. Everything's evidence-based, everything's written by clinicians. So we're doing a lot of work to meet young people where they are. And that's what this series does. It helps them know that they're not alone and that we get it.
It's so important. Nothing is all good or all bad oftentimes. Ashley, talk about the response you're getting to these videos. And also, if someone is watching right now, hasn't seen your videos, what is your advice for a young person to pull themselves up and go and seek that therapy or that help?
The positive experience from social media after sharing my story has been overwhelming. So many of them messaged me and they're like, thank you for sharing, because it validates their experience and their feelings. And that's very healing for me too. So some advice I'd give to them is, if you're going through it, just, pause, take a moment, don't react. And if you're able to, talk to a therapist, educate yourself, and they can implement proper coping mechanisms. And at the end of the day, just know that you are not alone.
Beautiful.
Katie, what are some of those coping mechanisms? Because frankly, we are seeing an epidemic of loneliness in this country, and people, especially teenagers, they're feeling disconnected. How do we let them know which resources are there and available to them?
You're absolutely right. We are seeing a lot of loneliness in young people. And so it's really important for them to reach out and connect to people who feel like safe people to them. So, we always say there might be someone on your school campus that you just really click with. It might be a caring adult there versus going right home. It might be a parent. It might be an aunt or uncle, a sibling. Talk to somebody so that you're not feeling lonely, but also really working on things like slow, deep breathing. Sounds so simple, but it's something that needs daily practice for us to be able to do it correctly. Journaling can be really great for just reflecting on how you're doing, what's going well, what's not going well, where you might need some help. The young people I work with love to use the Notes app for that on their phones. They just do a daily check-in, do a little mood check-in, just really being intentional about paying attention to your mental health.
I love how your techniques meet people in the moment where they are, especially our young people.
And I love that you're doing it where they are already on social media. Like Ashley, I think this just really is an incredible demonstration of courage on your part as well, because so many people are going through this. It is so much more common than I think any of us realize. Thank you both so much, Ashley Yee and Katie Hurley.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.